What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. Today we're going to talk about the Brendan Morrison trade that the Blackhawks made to solidify their center position and ultimately give them a little depth at that position going into the playoffs. Obviously, we're at the All-Star break now, and they're playing very, very well. Top four in hockey record wise, and they're looking to, they really have a void there behind Taves and Boland once you get past those two. So I really like Brendan Morrison as a player. Former Vancouver Canuck, the West Coast Express lineup there was great. Holy Baker, winner of Michigan. So much to say with the guy that's positive, but he's also on the wrong side of 35. He's 36 years old, 37 in August. I don't know how much he's got left in the tank. He's 200 NHL goals. Obviously got some talent. But I don't know exactly what he's going to give Chicago. I like the acquisition. I don't think they gave up a lot for him. And he's got, like I said, a great resume so far this year. He's got 11 points in 28 games. Not exactly -1, but he's a plus 90 for his career. So he hasn't been a minus player since his last year with Vancouver in '08. But they got him. If you got to give up something to get something. And this kid they gave up, I'm intrigued by. Brian Connelly, 5'11" defenseman, so undersized for the deep position. He's got 36 points in 44 games this year. He's playing outstanding hockey for the Rockford Ice Hogs of the AHL. And I think Calgary got a pretty good player in this kid. Brings a couple different facets to the game offensively. He's got a good shot, makes a good pass. And, Calgary lacks prospects at all positions. He's a little bit older, 25 years old. But I still like the acquisition by Calgary. I think I know Chicago's looking at Dominic Moore, the Lightning, and that would have been great. Because I think Stevie Y would have fleeced them for a top prospect. But they didn't. They got a pretty good player to fill that void at the third line center position, and ultimately give you some depth at forward, and give you some versatility. There's a guy who, if need be, can play the power play. He's got great on-ice vision, as evidenced by his time in Vancouver with Naslund and Bertuzzi, I think, Ghost right now. He's a great player, and like I said, more would have cost him more because he's young. There's a pun right there, but because he's younger, and Heisman would have done some fleecing, but Jay Feaster, I'm not saying he's not giving up on the season by any means, but I think he's jumping at the opportunity to add a young defenseman with some upside. And I don't fault him for that. I don't think the Calgary Flames are going to call quits in the season. I think the Michael Camilleri acquisition is enough evidence that they won't do that. So, it's pretty exciting time to be a hockey fan. Hopefully the trades start coming in soon because that's always great when you got guys changing teams and new looks and teams solidifying what they got to do to make those runs in the playoffs. And it's always fun to see. That's it for this Power Play with CJ on the Brendan Morrison for Brian Connelly trade. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the season. Later, guys.